Maya and the Crystal Grove. On the edge of a small village, nestled between rolling hills and ancient woods, lived a young girl named Mia. Mia was known throughout her village for her boundless curiosity and a knack for finding adventure where no one else would. Her days were often filled with exploring the forest, watching the birds, and collecting the prettiest pebbles that she could find by the stream. She always longed for a grand adventure, one that would take her beyond the boundaries of what she knew. One evening, as the sun began to dip beneath the hills, painting the sky with shades of pink, purple, and gold, Mia noticed something peculiar. A faint glimmer shimmered through the darkening forest, catching her eye from her bedroom window. It was not the usual glow of fireflies, or the reflection of the moon on the leaves. No, this light was different, green and golden, like sunlight trapped inside an emerald. Her heart skipped a beat, her curiosity ignited. Her grandmother had often told her stories of the Crystal Grove, a hidden place deep within the forest where the magic of the world gathered. It was said that only those who truly believed in the magic of the forest could ever find it. Mia could still hear her grandmother's voice in her mind. The Crystal Grove holds secrets that even the oldest trees do not know, but only those who follow their heart will ever reach it. With the shimmer still dancing beyond the trees, Mia decided that tonight was her night. She slipped on her shoes, pulled her favorite cloak around her shoulders, and tiptoed past her mother, who was dozing on the couch. The evening air was cool, and the village was quiet, the only sound being the soft rustle of leaves as she made her way towards the edge of the forest. Would you follow a strange and magical light into the unknown? What do you think you might find? As Mia stepped into the forest, the light seemed to move deeper, as if it were leading her somewhere. She followed it, her feet crunching softly on the forest floor. The air growing cooler and the trees taller with each step. The light danced ahead of her, winding through the narrow paths, and she felt her excitement grow with every twist and turn. Fireflies began to gather around her, their tiny lights glowing like stars scattered through the night, making her feel as though she were walking through a dream. Suddenly, Mia heard a rustling behind her. She turned quickly, her heart skipping a beat. Out from the bushes came a creature, a fox, but unlike any she had seen before. Its fur shimmered like silver, and its eyes were the color of the night sky. It tilted its head at her curiously before taking a step closer. "Are you here to find the Crystal Grove too?" Mia whispered. The fox blinked at her, then turned and began walking down the path, glancing back at her as if to say, "Follow me." Mia's heart raced, but she felt a strange sense of trust in the creature. She nodded and followed, her steps light and careful. The fox led her deeper into the forest, the shimmering light growing brighter as they walked. They crossed a small stream that sparkled under the moonlight, the water glowing with a soft blue hue. Mia dipped her hand into the water, feeling the cool, tingling sensation spread across her fingers, like she was touching pure magic. If you could touch magic, what would it feel like? Cool like water, or warm like sunlight? After what felt like hours, they came to a clearing, and Mia gasped at the sight before her. In the center of the clearing stood a tree unlike any she had ever seen. Its trunk was wide and twisted, its branches reaching high into the sky, and from each branch hung crystals of all shapes and sizes. They glowed with a soft green and golden light, bathing the clearing in a warm, magical glow. At the base of the tree was a pool of crystal clear water, reflecting the glowing branches above. The fox approached the pool, dipping its paw into the water, and the surface began to ripple. The crystals above seemed to hum with energy, their glow growing brighter as the water rippled. Mia stepped closer, her breath caught in her throat. She could see images in the water, a path leading deeper into the forest, flowers glowing in the dark, and at the end of the path, something bright and beautiful. The fox looked at her, its eyes filled with a knowing glint, and then turned to follow the path that had appeared in the water. Mia took a deep breath, her heart pounding with excitement and a hint of fear, and followed. The path wound through the forest, lined with glowing flowers that seemed to light up just for her. The air was filled with a soft hum, and Mia felt as though she were walking in a dream. Eventually, they reached another clearing, and Mia's eyes widened in wonder. The clearing was filled with creatures of all kinds, rabbits, deer, birds, and other animals that Mia couldn't name. They were all gathered around a large stone pedestal, atop which sat a crystal that glowed with an intense golden light. The air seemed to shimmer with magic, and Mia felt her heart swell with awe. Standing beside the pedestal was a figure, a tall, elegant doe with antlers adorned with flowers and small glowing crystals. The doe looked at Mia, her eyes gentle and kind. "Welcome, little one," the doe said, her voice like a soft breeze through the leaves. "You have found your way to the crystal grove." Mia stepped forward, her heart pounding. I followed the light," she said softly. "I wanted to see the magic for myself." The doe smiled, her eyes twinkling. "And so you have. The magic of the crystal grove is not just in the crystals or the light. It is in the courage you showed to follow your heart and the kindness you carry within." The fox stepped forward, nodding in agreement. "Tonight, you shall take part in the ceremony, young one. The magic of the grove must be shared, and you, with your brave heart, shall help us." Mia felt a mixture of excitement and nerves. "What do I have to do?" she asked. The doe gestured to the glowing crystal. "Place your hands on the crystal and let your heart guide you." Mia took a deep breath, then stepped forward, her hands trembling slightly as she placed them on the glowing crystal. The warmth spread through her fingers, up her arms, and into her chest. The light grew brighter, and Mia closed her eyes, feeling the magic fill her. Suddenly, she heard a melody, soft and gentle, like the rustle of leaves in the wind. The creatures around her began to move, their movements graceful and rhythmic, as if they were dancing to the music of the grove. Mia felt her feet begin to move as well, her body swaying with the melody. She felt weightless, as though the magic were lifting her, guiding her movements. Imagine you're here, surrounded by the magic of the grove. How would you dance? Would you spin, leap, or sway? As the dance continued, the light from the crystal grew even brighter, and the entire clearing seemed to glow. The animals danced around her, their eyes filled with joy, and Mia felt tears prick at the corners of her eyes. She had found the magic her grandmother had always spoken of, a magic that was not just in the glowing crystals or the enchanted forest, but in the connections she felt with the creatures around her. The melody slowly faded, and the animals came to a gentle stop, their eyes still shining with happiness. The doe stepped forward, her gaze on Mia. "You have done well, little one. The magic of the crystal grove is now a part of you. Wherever you go, you shall carry it and share its light with others." The fox nodded, its eyes soft. Remember, young one, the magic is always here. Whenever you need it, just follow the light." Mia smiled, her heart full to the brim with joy. She looked around at the clearing, at the animals who had welcomed her, and at the glowing crystals that filled the night with light. She knew this was a night she would never forget. As the animals began to settle, sharing stories and laughter, Mia sat beside the glowing pool, her eyes growing heavy. She felt the warmth of the forest around her, the gentle glow of the crystals like a blanket of stars. Before she drifted off to sleep, Mia looked up at the doe, who stood beside the pedestal, her eyes watching over them all. "Will I see you again?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. The doe smiled, her eyes soft. "The magic of the grove is always here, Mia. Whenever you need it, just follow the light." Mia closed her eyes, a smile on her lips, and let the warmth of the grove lull her into a deep, peaceful sleep. Do you think you would be brave enough to follow the light like Mia did? What kind of magic would you hope to find? And so, the magic of the crystal grove lived on, in the trees, in the creatures, and in the heart of a little girl named Mia, who had danced beneath the glowing crystals and found her place among the wonders of the enchanted forest.